This is a guide to interior design consultations and questions you can ask your client. Before you go to a potential client meeting, you'll want to know if the structure of the project is in alignment with you delivering excellence. Number one is this project in a geographic area that you service? If it's not, are you willing to drive far or fly far to get to it? If not, maybe it's not the right project for you. Second, do the clients have a realistic time frame that fits within a time frame you want to deliver inside of? Number three, what is the amount of money they're willing to invest on this project? If the budget is too low, maybe it's not a budget within which you can deliver excellence. Now let's focus on the during the meeting. When you walk into this consultation meeting, you're going to want to have the meeting go in a particular cadence that allows for the person to find magnetism to you most compellingly. First, you're going to want to establish rapport with this person. So it would feel really, really incongruent if you walked in and they opened the door and you said like, "Hi, I'm here to sell you something," right? Whoa, that would be like, okay, hold on a second. Like, who are you, So you want to establish rapport with that person. Often rapport happens really, really quickly if you can find something that you have mutually in common. For example, they have a dog, you have a dog. They have a kid, you have a kid. They are wearing a red shirt and you're wearing a red shirt. Find something that you can have in common with that person, and that will establish rapport really quickly. Second, you'll want to get to know a lot about not only their project, but a lot about them. This is going to be a really powerful way that they can feel seen by you. One of the things that we know to be 100% true is that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Getting to know them really well is going to get them to know that you know them, like them, and trust them, which allows them to do the same for you. Then, as you're walking around the spaces with them, don't assume that they want to use the space for the obvious function of the room. Ask them what else they do in that room. Don't assume that because it's a family room, they want to watch TV. Ask them what else they do, because maybe game night is the bigger reason that they want to use that space. Then you're going to want to ask them questions about the budget more in detail. I literally have lost a project midway because I designed something that was so expensive, the project actually fell apart and was canceled. And last but not least, get to know what their pain is in particular with why you're there. The three most common ones that I have heard in these kinds of meetings are that the potential client feels like they don't have enough time to pull this all together, or that it feels like a puzzle and they can't figure out all the pieces and parts of how to bring it all together, or that they don't know the people, tradespeople, or places to acquire the things that they need to go into the space. Now, what I know is that if someone tells me, "Oh, Katie, I just really don't have the time to pull this project all together," then when I talk about myself, I know that I get to talk about myself in a way that shows them how much time they will save by working with me. So understanding what their particular unique pain points are is going to be key to showing them how powerfully you can support them. Then, after you have discovered all of this stuff about them and you have this amazing rapport and they're laughing and they're hugging you and you're making out on the sofa, or maybe not, I don't know, then you're going to want to, if it's a paid consultation for ideas, this is when you give them the ideas that you have come up with. So this is when you're going to give them actual finite, actionable things that they can do to beautify their space or make it better or more functional. So this is when you can say things like, how about we arrange the furniture like this? How about we put drapery over here? How about we make the focal point over here? This is when you're going to give them actionable ideas. If it is not a paid consultation and it is a sales meeting, then what you're going to do is not give them actionable ideas, not give them any ideas about space at all, actually. What you do, I said do. What you do is point them towards the desire for their vision. So remind them about that party they're going to throw in the room, or that dinner they're going to have here, or that moment they're going to have with their child at that coffee table. Remind them of what their big vision is for how they're going to enjoy this space. Hey, pro tip. The more that you can get them to connect to their vision, the more investment they're going to be willing to make on this project, period. So you're going to want to think about that when you're thinking about whether this is a paid consultation and you just give them actionable ideas, or if this is like a free sales meeting and you point them to their vision. Which one do you want to choose? Then you're going to tell them about you, your company, what your energy is like, what to expect when working with you. And remember, like we talked about before, when you do that, discuss it in a way that is reflecting back to how your services alleviate their particular pain points. You get me? That's going to show you that you're very, very valuable. So while you're talking about you and your services and them and their project and the scope of work, that's when you're going to want to get really, really clear on what they want to hire you for and what you're going to charge for that. So then that will lead you to the proposal phase. And by the way, if you haven't checked out my video on how to write a proposal, go check that one out too. It's a really, really informative one. So when you're writing a proposal, I want you to keep in mind one very, very, very important thing. A proposal is only to document what you've already discussed in the meeting. It is not to tell them anything that they haven't seen or heard already. A proposal is not a sales tool. That's me. You are the sales tool. So I want you to use yourself as your biggest selling feature and not at all rely on the proposal to do any of the talking for you. Hey, I know that you're dedicated to doing amazing in your business or you wouldn't be watching this video. So go ahead and hit subscribe right now to be dedicated to continual growth. So if you're watching this video, then I can tell you're the type of business owner that is dedicated to success. That's my kind of people, hey! So come on over to biographicaldesign.com and find out how you can grow your business even more explosively.